Hey guys, what's up? It's Adam here, again, Cena Guy. Right, the last instalment up to date. Well, I should say that they've done a reboot of the Child's Play franchise now. I've not seen that reboot, not seen the remake of the first movie yet, but I want to end it here for now. Hopefully, I will see the reboot or the remake in the far future. I'll give it a whirl, even though I'm not a fan of remakes. Why not give it a whirl? You know, what choice have we got these days in this generation? That's what it's all about. Remakes and reboots of movies that we don't really need to see, but it's life. What can you do? I'll tell you one thing we can do. We can sit through a movie like this called Chucky. Now, I went to a horror convention not too long ago. I met Alex Vincent, aka Andy Barclay, and met his autograph. Asked him a question. I said, Alex, out of all the Child's Play movies that you've been in, which one is your personal favourite? He said the first, but then he also said he likes this one a lot too. And he says this film definitely gives 1, 2, and 3 a run for its money. You know, that's his opinion. I agree with him when he said that the first one was one of the best ones that he took part in. I think the first Child's Play movie is a classic. Second one was a solid sequel. Child's Play 3, a different actor played Andy Barclay, and a lot of people complained about Child's Play 3, saying it wasn't scary enough, blah blah blah. People went into different categories about why that film wasn't so good. I think they're full of shit. I thought number 3 was really underrated. And Alex Vincent said this gives 1, 2, and 3 a run for its money. He says he really liked this movie. I don't understand his reasons why. I think it's because he had like a big role in it. You know, that's obviously one of his reasons. But there's no way in fucking hell you're going to get me to believe that this gives Child's Play 1, 2, and 3 a run for its money. The first 3 are classics. Love the first 3 movies. But this does not hold a candle to the first 3. And it definitely does not give 1, 2, and 3 a run for its money. You know, in my opinion, after when I watched Bride of Chucky, I wanted to end it there. Sadly, in my opinion, the films don't get any better from there, because then they made Seed of Chucky, which was fucking abysmal. Then they made Cult, and then this movie. Oh, sorry, then they made, what the fuck, Curse of Chucky, and then this movie. Okay, I don't think the Chucky films have gone in a direction now that we can appreciate. I don't think they're going to get any better than here. No doubt they'll make another instalment in the franchise where they'll bring back Glenn and Glenda. Oh my fucking god, I can't wait for that. You know, a fucking transgender doll who doesn't even know if it's male or fucking female and pisses his pants all the time. You know, we can't wait to see that. But this movie, you know, it takes place after 4 years after Curse. Andy Barclay has got Chucky's head in a safe. Why? I have no fucking idea. Maybe it's because he wants to torture himself, or maybe he wants to be convinced that he finally defeated Chucky by torturing him as his head's on like on a stand or something like that. But this movie raised too many questions for me, and I don't like movies that do that. Basically, in general, I don't like movies that make you ask too many questions at the end. Like, why the fuck did you do this? Why is this scene in there? Why did that happen? You know, shit like that. And especially for a Child's Play Chucky movie, I don't want to be asking myself too many questions, especially when I've watched it all the way through. But you know, Andy Barclay has got Chucky's cut off head. He's kept it for some bizarre reason. We learn that Nika, aka Brad Dourif's daughter, is now in a mental institute. You know, her doctor, Dr. Foley, has transferred her to this certain department where I swear there's now more than 5 or 6 mental patients and 5 nurses. Like, couldn't they have got more people for this film? You know, but she's in like this facility where I swear there's only about 5 doctors or 5 nurses, round about that figure. You know, and they're blaming Nika for all the murders. You know, and meanwhile, we've got Chucky coming back. We've got all these different Chuckies. I mean, this is called Cult of Chucky. You know what they should have called this movie? They should have fucking called it Clones of Chucky. Because that's what this movie was fucking about. It was about clones of Chucky. Because we get more than one Chucky in this movie, and that's another thing I don't fucking get. Chucky goes online, and he sees this website called Voodoo for Dummies or something like that. I can't remember what it was fucking called. I think it was called Voodoo for Dummies. And now Chucky has the ability to transfer his own soul into more than one doll. So we go from the first three Child's Play movies where Charles Lee Ray puts his soul into a good guy doll, and the whole point of the Child's Play movies is the fact he's got to transfer his soul into a human body, or else he gets stuck in the doll forever. And then in Seed of Chucky, he finally admits that he doesn't want to be inside a doll anymore, inside a human anymore. He wants to keep his soul inside a fucking good guy doll. So I thought to myself, what was the whole fucking point of the Child's Play movies? What was the whole point of his existence? You know, he had an opportunity to transfer his soul into a human body, but then he just changed his mind for no reason. And now in this movie, we learn that he can put his soul into other fucking dolls, of the soul of Charles Lee Ray. So he can put his soul now into different good guy dolls. Wouldn't the film be more interesting if the Chucky doll was around, but you put his soul into like 5 mental patients? Think about that, mental patients. Ones that could do fucked up things and bizarre things, carry weapons and all that, and the Chucky doll could still be around, but no, we've got all these fucking other Chuckies floating around. We've got one with a really bad haircut. Excuse me, something's popped up online. No, like I say, we've got one Chucky doll that has a really bad haircut. We've got one that's got a drill for a weapon. And some other fucking reasons, I can't remember all of them. Usually what I do is I usually watch the fucking movie before I review it, but I admit I only watched parts of it. I skipped and played, paused, spoke on the phone to my friend for about a good half hour, then went online, did other shit, and then played and watched some more. So you can generally tell how I feel about this movie overall. It wasn't one of those movies I wanted to sit through and watch all over again. But I remember certain things. I just think it would have been more interesting if Charles Lee Ray transferred his soul into the mental patients. That way we could have some bizarre killings and mental nutcase killings, basically. But no, they're all in all these other good guy dolls that are in the hospital. We get to a killing, and I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck did they put this killing in this? The scene where those victims were on the bed. Chucky throws a compressed air bottle at the glass in the ceiling. The glass comes down, cuts the guy's head off. Now I said to myself, you fucking stole a scene from Bride of Chucky. Because if you remember in that movie, Tiffany throws a champagne bottle into the glass above the bed, and the glass stabs into those 2 criminals who are trying to have sex on the bed. So I think to myself, couldn't you think of something new? Why did you have to have a similar killing from a previous sequel? Are you that much out of ideas? You can't come up with new ideas for killings? I like the scene, the drug killing scene with the eye, the scene where that guy's brain got splattered, where Chucky stamps on his head and all that shit. That was fine. But you know, out of all the people in this movie, Charles Lee Ray's soul was put into Nika's body. Of all people, you'd have to go inside Nika's body. The soul transfer into Charles Lee Ray. You know, they put a scene with Tiffany in. Another thing I don't fucking get, in the back car of the seat we have a Tiffany doll that's moving and talking. So I think to myself, so Tiffany can do this now, can she? Can she go online? Can she transfer her soul into different bodies? And she just so happens to do it to a Tiffany doll. That was before her and Nico drove into the sunset, blah blah blah, and there's been sex, I don't have a fucking clue. You know, but we get all these random scenes where you just really don't quite frankly give us a fuck what's going on. It was going on, and Alex Vincent's in the mental hospital, along with this Chucky doll, which for some bizarre reason they left behind. I don't know. Everybody, listen, there comes a point in a franchise where you say enough's a fucking enough. In my opinion, that happened at The Bride of Chucky. Because the films did not get any better from there. You know, Charles Play 3 would have been a great time to end it. especially if they had the kind of idea to make a film like Bride of Chucky, the whole concept of Chucky wanting to get married to Tiffany, you know, and then he moved on to Seed Chucky, where it started where Chucky was having a family. I mean, who fucking hell wants to watch all that shit? Child's Play 3 would have been a perfect spot to end it, where he was in the theme park, you know, battling Tyler and Andy Barclay on that ghost train ride. Fucking falls to his death on that fucking fan, which mutilates his body, chops him to fucking pieces. That would have been a good way to end it. But now they've got to go further. What's going to be fucking next? We've got Bride of Chucky, we've got Seed of Chucky. What's going to be fucking next? Oh, I don't know. The unknown offspring of Chucky? I don't fucking know. But since then we've had Curse, we've had Cult, aka Clone of Chucky, and now it's going in a direction which we don't appreciate. I think that's just not my opinion. You know, I think most Chucky fans would agree with that opinion as well. That they did not go any better from there. They haven't got any better. And for Alex Vincent to say that this film gives it a run for its fucking money for Part Child's Play 1, 2 and 3, I can't fucking believe my ears. I don't know if he said that just to get me to watch the film or purchase it or what, but I don't know what the hell he was thinking. How can he compare his first appearance in the first Child's Play movie to this movie? How can he fucking compare the two? This film does not hold a fucking candle. I admit I like a few kill scenes in this. I like the drill scene through the eye. I like the head stumping scene where the guy's brain splatter. You know? I like a few odd scenes. It was nice to see Nika come back, I suppose, Brad Dourif's daughter, but I didn't agree with the idea of Charles Lee Ray's soul being transferred into her body and all that shit. I mean, like, for fuck's sake, get real. You know, we've got a Chucky with a bad haircut. We've got the Chucky that's battling Alex Vincent in one of the facilities. He ended up getting locked in there with the doll and all that shit. I mean, I don't know what else I could say about this movie other than it does not give the previous films a run for its money. I wouldn't even say this is in the top 4. Definitely not. People are going to agree with my opinions, some people aren't, but come on, this one, seriously? Wouldn't you prefer to remember Chucky for at the time when he was great, like in the first 3 Child's Play movies? Wouldn't you prefer to remember him that way? Who the fuck's going to remember him from this movie? Let's look at some facts of this movie, eh? See if we can find anything interesting. Yeah, release date October 3rd of 2017. In some regions, the other one's released on August 24th of 2017. Oh yeah, directed by Don Mancini. That fucking proves a lot. He did Seed of Chucky as well. So he doesn't know how to make Chucky scary, he doesn't know how to make him funny as well at the same time. Nice going, Don Mancini. You really know how to fucking direct a Chucky movie, don't you? What else is there? Made $2 million at the box office. Fuck me. Yeah, it suggests some of the cast members, but reception-wise, 77% based on 22 reviews with an average rating of 6.3 out of 10. Mixed reviews from critics. Yeah, in the future from here, says in October 2017, Don Mancini expressed an interest in having a Glenn and Glenda from Seed of Chucky return in the future film. Most references of the characters being cut from Cult of Chucky. So fucking great. That's Don Mancini's vision of a future Chucky movie, bringing back a transgender doll. The annoying doll of Glenn and Glenda, whichever the fuck one it is. The one that has a character known for pissing its own pants and can't decide whether it wants to be male or female. That's really fucking something great to look forward to. Sorry everyone. My overall opinion, Cult of Chucky, okay deaths, but overall not a very good movie. I was this close to making this a full-on rant, but from the odd few bits and pieces, there were some little slight good scenes, but those little scenes did not save the whole movie, in my opinion. I prefer to remember the Child's Play films from the first 3. That's how I want to remember them, not for stuff like this. Who knows Maybe I'll get to see the reboot or the remake. I'm not looking forward to it. I don't know what people have said about it. I haven't looked on any reviews recently, but hopefully we'll get to that movie another day. From then on, I'm glad to end this franchise with Cult of Chucky, and we'll see where we go from here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please like, comment, email if you've got any questions. Peace out.